On with Q&A. Please tell me the boys on campus are good looking. I know it's shallow, but it would be a nice perk. Yes, yes. Howard men are beautiful, but they're also the devil. I heard that if you have a 26 on the ACT or a good SAT score, you're guaranteed a scholarship to HU. Is that true? No. I have a 1200, potentially 1400. And since HU is out of state, the only way I can attend is if I get a scholarship. If I'm not mistaken, there is no in-state, out-of-state type thing because DC is not a state, so I think it's considered a region. How likely / popular is it to get one at HU without being the top 1%? It's more likely than you would think. I'm not the top 1% at my high school. I don't even know, I was highly in the top 10%, but my school didn't rank like that, so I don't know. I just know what my GPA was when I graduated. But to answer your question, yes, you can get a scholarship, but no, it's not guaranteed just because you have those scores. Scholarships are given out on a first come, first served basis, as I said before. Hey, second question. Is it really a fashion show every single day? Like, is it an expectation that you'll wear outfits like cute and planned every day? For example, would someone in a t-shirt and jeans / sweats everyday look / not be put together be frowned upon? Yes, it is a fashion show every day, but not for every student. I look semi-nice today. I have not looked good for the past 6 to 9 weeks since I've been sick, and nobody said anything to me, and I wish somebody would say something. I'm getting my education. Who really cares what I have on my body or my face or my head? If I don't stink and I'm not directly affecting you, you should not care. That's just my opinion. So no, nobody's gonna like frown upon you. I mean, there might be those really bougie people that do, but those aren't your friends anyway, right? When did you know that Howard was the school that you wanted to go to? I'm gonna make this story really quick. This probably should be its own video, but I'm gonna make it as quick as I can. I did not want to go to an HBCU. I didn't really know what HBCUs were. I was like, why on earth would I just go to this all-black school? What am I gonna learn from that? I told you, I was a Cooney High School student. I was like, what am I gonna, how am I gonna get into my corporate job if I went to Howard, if I went to Spelman, if I went to Clark Atlanta? That was seriously my mindset. And then I dug deeper and I started researching people. So, you know, Thurgood Marshall, Supreme Court Justice, surrounded by white men, went to Howard University. Wow, would you look at that? The woman who is working on like Trump's African American outreach, I believe she was a Howard University student. She's working for Donald Trump. Like, how? That's basically to tell you that no matter who you went to college with, you can be anywhere that you want to be and blend in and assimilate and just, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So when did I realize that I wanted to go to Howard? It was after I went on an HBCU tour with a group from back home called the Mohawk Valley Junior Frontiers. I spoke at their graduation ceremony this past summer. If you want to check out that video, my speech is right here. I went on an HBCU tour with them and I saw all the different HBCUs and I was learning about their history and who went there, the requirements to get in, and it's not easy to get into a lot of these schools like you all may think. You really have to be black excellence to even be considered. After I visited those schools and I learned the things that I learned, I realized that maybe Howard was going to be the place for me. Howard at the time was also the first and only school for a little while that had accepted me and gave me a beautiful scholarship, And I had other scholarships lined up too, so I knew I would be able to pay for it, no problem. That's when I knew. It wasn't, I didn't visit Howard University's campus, so it's not like I looked at the clock tower and I knew. I had this gut feeling that Howard was where I needed to be. And also, I mentioned in one of my videos that there was this one time after I had gotten to Howard, this is how I realized that Howard definitely was the right choice. It was like the first week, freshman week, the first time I left my dorm. Just, actually, I'm not even gonna go over what happened. Just check that video out. Check it out. It'll be right here. How long are your classes? My graphic design classes are about 3 hours long each, and I stack them back to back, so I'm in the fine arts building pretty much all day. Some of my major classes are only an hour, and then some of them are an hour and 30 minutes, and then I do have one that is 3 hours, but they usually chop it up so we get a break in between. So you're looking at being in class from anywhere from an hour to 3 hours. I don't know if any classes last much longer than that. 2, are the professors in college the same or at least similar to the ones in high school? No. These professors don't care about you. You are a number when you get here. And I really truly hate to say that. Unless you have a small class where it's 10 people or less, they're probably not gonna learn your name unless you go to office hours. You're just gonna be like the name on the piece of paper that they read off when they do attendance, and then after that they just teach you and then they leave. You are not their biggest concern. With that being said, make sure that you have your stuff together. Please, 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 please. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm not saying this to upset you. I'm just being real. These excuses that you have that worked in high school, like you're sick so you can't come to class. Sometimes even my grandmother died. Well, I don't know when it stopped recording. I think it missed some of my really good answers. Dang, I'm not gonna do them again though. What is your favorite part about Howard and why? My favorite part about Howard, the opportunities. They are literally endless. If a person tells you they can't find a job, they can't find an internship, they can't find clubs that appeal to them, 1, they're either lying to you, 2, they're just lazy, 3, they just haven't decided what they want to do yet, so they're blaming everybody else until they get that figured out. No, baby, no. There's so much to do here every single day. Every single day. Famous people come, important companies come, they host things on campus that you can go to for free. That's what I love about Howard. There's never a dull moment. There's always something to do. There's always some way to get yourself ahead. You're never stagnant unless you want to be. What's the best way to save money in college? Girl, oh. Best way to save money in college. Act like you're broke. No, literally, actually. Act like you are broke. Act like you have no money. Your friends ask you if you want to go someplace. Even if you have it, nah, I can't afford it. If you act like you are broke, you will always be rich. Although there are some fine. When I say fine, I mean fine. There's some fine young chocolate brothers here, okay? There's some fine little vanilla ones too. Shoot.